Don't listen to me. I'm just talking to my husband. Okay, hello everybody, this is Sonia. I'm in Australia. I have a very small space here now, so I can show you some bits and pieces that I want to do. Now, I did the other day, I showed you how I was going to show you how to make a little journal out of pieces from writing pads and envelopes. I started to put one together. I have another one, but this is another one I've started to put together. But the thing is, I'm going to show you how I did this because I couldn't help myself. I got carried away, and then I marked this up because I put some of the pages upside down. But anyway, I'm going to show you what I've done in here so far. This is covered in velvet fabric, which is a velveteen. Wasn't a good choice. When I went to put the string through the back, it was really hard to make a hole through there. So, but I've done that anyway, so I did it. So this is a little baby journal thing that I'm doing. Baby is probably 4 inches by 3 inches, I think. 4 by 3.5. Let me see, I've got the tape here. I can tell you that. It's 3 and a little bit, 3.25 by 4, which is 10 centimetres by 8 centimetres, okay? So that's how big that is. Now in here I've got, I'll show you, then we'll see, we'll have a look. Now I've got the page out of a little book that I found, beautiful picture, and I really do love it, so I put that in there. I put a little piece of paper that out of the what's the name papers, the writing pages. I put that on that one, and as per usual, I don't think I brought out my writing pages with me because I thought I had the bit out here that I was going to need today. Hang on a minute, I've got some bits and pieces here so I can show you. Anyway, you've seen the paper. This is the envelope from it, and that's the paper that was with it. And I just printed off a little tag, made a little tag to go in there with fairy on it, and put my mushroom washi tape down the side. Then I've got all of this. I had a lot of trouble trying to make a hole because I couldn't find my hole making tool. Because before Christmas I packed up everything off my table here and took it inside, and I had a terrible time, but I did find both of them actually eventually after I'd finished doing this. So when I was doing it, I had a lot of trouble in keeping it in line, and so therefore it's not very well lined up here because of that. I should have bought my phone book out here because I wanted to show you how to do this with the phone book. And I haven't got that here either. So let's just get on with this bit anyway to start with. Now that's an envelope turned upside down, and and that was originally on the envelope, that piece. So I've just got another little piece of tag in there. This is a tiny little booklet thing that I made to put in there, because this is what it took no time at all to do these bits in this. Now there's a spot there you can put a picture down in there if you wanted to. And because I've only left it open that far across the top, your picture can butt up underneath that little flower there, so that'll be okay. Right, now I don't know if I'm zoomed in far enough. Might be zoomed out too far. That might be a bit better. Okay, so now you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so now there's another line piece, and I just put a stamp on that. Blinks piece. This piece here is actually upside down. So I stuck the bird on there so it looked like the bird was up the tree, because look at the bottom, he's upside down, this other side of that. So that came out of the same book. But I put the bird there and used him as a tuck spot. Put your something in there if you want to do that. And this is what I've got a tuck spot there by using the little cat. This is what I did with the envelope. I'm going to show you how to do that. And here's the centre piece, and I'll put a piece of tape across the bottom of there. That's just for security reasons, because sometimes this here is because I have a piece of paper that I cut out of something that had printing on the back, so you can see the printing, and I need to put something over the top of that so you can't see the printing. Okay, so there's another envelope thing. I'll show you how to make that work. And this is little possums upside down. But that's okay, I think. Well, I'm leaving him. So these pages didn't fit in there very nicely because I didn't do it with the thing that I used to put my other signatures in. Upside down, leaves, but that doesn't matter because they're leaves. So there's nothing in this, the rest of this. It's the only stuff I have to fit except for this little picture. Isn't that gorgeous picture? So anyway, I'm going to show you how to make one of these. Hope it's not going to take me too long because I want to get on with it and get it finished too, so we'll get on to the next thing. So what I did was I got these pages like I did in the envelopes, so forth. So I've got the envelopes and I've got pieces of paper here from cards. I have another envelope, that's a nice one, I do like that. And the fans decide to make weird noises now. Okay, sometimes it sounds like we've got seagulls. It sounds like there's aliens in there next time. Okay, so I don't think I'll have that one. It's a little bit wide. That one there's alright. I do have some nice cards that I'm thinking about putting in there too. Incorporating the cards into it. I'll just get my paper here. Right. There's another envelope. Do I need that many? Maybe. There's another one folded already. You'd think I could find that piece that I was working on, wouldn't you? Just, you know, just because. So here's the pages out of the writing pads. Because you can do, and there's a piece of paper from a piece of wrapping paper. And that's really pretty, isn't it? So that'll look really good. I've got any more wrapping paper. I've got another packet of cards there. I've only got envelopes. I mean, I don't think we're going to need that many. We just don't want to make a whole heap because then we've got to fill them up with bits, don't we? I've got some paper here of a how do I sit down? I bought this book and it has like a creamy sort of paper on it, so it's good to put in for writing on. So now all we need to do is work out what size everything's going to be, and that will be go and buy these envelopes, okay? So we go and buy the envelopes, and don't put too many in because it makes it very thick to get through the holes with too many envelopes. Now this is really a bit old, this one, but that doesn't matter, does it? You don't. We're sort of recycling, aren't we? Might put this one back the other way, right? Now, I'll show you on this one here what I did with this piece to make this a place to put bits in there, see? You just have to go along and see if you can't lift that up, or if you can lift that up. It's extremely hot here today. We're supposed to be going to be having over 41 degrees. I'm not excited about that, I'm not. We don't have our air conditioner going yet because we don't want to be, because it's a refrigerated one, and if you turn it on you sort of get stuck inside. Oh, well, we are stuck inside anyway. We can go out there and cook it. Okay, so we're going to put, we're trying to cut this so we can put something beyond there. Okay, meanwhile I'm tearing it, right? You know what, it's okay, go for it. Tear it, it doesn't really matter. It's not something you can worry too much about because it wouldn't be an easy thing to do, okay? So now I'm not gonna be concerned about that for the time being because I'm going to be able to fix it later. That's the thing, you can fix this, if you make a mistake you can fix it later. So there we go, we've got both of them lifted up now. There you go. Now, get some more paper first. We'll get our paper ready. So there's one thing, two things. We need to cut this to the size of the paper that we've got here. We'll go and find out what size this is, okay? Now, I was very, very lucky. Santa Claus bought me one of these things that I really, really, really wanted. Look at this. Look what I've got here. I've got one of these little cutter things. And I really wanted one of these little things. Like a little tiny guillotine. It's a Tim Holtz one. And Santa Claus bought me that because I asked him, please, could I have one? Because I really wanted this. Really did. So I'll show you now what I'm going to do with it. I need to make these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's over 6. Hang on. 6 inches. This envelope is by 4. 6 by 4. Okay. Now, so this has to be 6 by 4. Right. So we just put this underneath here. Hopefully I've got that cut straight on the edge there. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Lift that up. 6 inches we need this way. I think this might be somebody whippersnippering outside. I thought it was a fan maker. Okay, so that just cuts like that, you know. Isn't that cool? I do like that. By 4 inches, which will be over here on the 4. You can't see this, can you? Really can't move anything, because if I do, everything's gonna go. Believe you me, this is 4 inches along here, okay? Just take my word for it today. Whoops. Put that down in there. Okay, so there's my piece. It has got a little crease in that, but that doesn't matter because we can deal with that. So there's my there's a little thing along the bottom of that to show you how where your numbers are to cut where you need. Okay, so we've got this piece now, and we're going to fold it in half, of course, and we're going to make a new crease. Now that one doesn't matter because we can fix that later. We can put something else on that, and then that'll be the same size as this. But you'll be surprised when you're cutting them out. Don't panic and think one's a lot bigger than the other, because once you put that string in there, that pulls it right down in there. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. Now I want to get a couple of pages out of these so I can use them, and I'll have look at that. There's my piece of paper that I'm going to use for lines if I wanted to write a letter, but I don't think I'll be doing that. Well, we don't anymore, do we, write letters? I'm not real keen on typing things on the computer either, but because I'd rather talk on the phone. And I'm a bit like that. I'm not really used to. I don't know if I need 2 of these or maybe just 1 of each one, because we don't put too many pages in there, because if we do that, we're not going to be happy because it'll be too thick. Okay, so so there'll be 3. So there now we've got 2, 4, 6, 12 sides. Okay, we've got 12 sides already we are going on with. So that's, you know, a fair bit. Now I'm going to pack these on top of one another and cut them. I hope that doesn't work. I'm sure it will. But I need to make them the right size, of course. So we're going 6 by 4. Okay. So I'll put those under there like that. I want this bit because they've got that little flower in there, and that flower and that flower. Okay, so I want to put that under there. Lift this up. Make sure they're all tucked in the right place. No, I'm cutting off the wrong thing, are they? Hang on. Yep, I'm cutting off the wrong thing. Got to go this way. Okay, now 6 inches there. And just by 4 inches the other way. Now you're going to see which ones have got the flower on, because you don't want to cut that off. I want to keep that bit. What I'm cutting off is going to be this side, so I have to go under here and we'll have 4 inches. Line them all up as best I can. Under there. Don't move away now. There we are. Wrong, so a bit over a bit. You went too far in the wrong direction. and cut that there like that. Now I'm going to have to find somewhere to put all them bits, aren't I? So I can use them later on. So I've got another all them pages. So now I'm going to do my line paper, because I need line paper. This was in a book and it's actually was sewn in, so it's got little what's names there, and I don't really want to use them, little what's names, little holes. I don't really want to use the holes because I don't think it's going to be a good idea. Now I've got this round the wrong way. Is anybody yelling that at me? Because I've got it round the wrong way, because when it goes in the book it's got to go like that, doesn't it? Now I don't think I care if it's not that wide. Okay, I can explain that in a second. I'm just going to cut off right to the edge here, right on the very, very edge where the thing is. Now if I was using the scissors, that would take me forever to get that right, and I'd end up with no paper. Done that. Now I'm going to find out how far we got, as far as the height of the book is 4 inches tall. So we're going to go in here and we're going to cut this out at 4 inches straight, a bit further over there, Sonia. Okay. And maybe, do you think that'll be the same? Oh, look at that. Yeah, brilliant. Wow, very, very good. Righto, now, this is probably going to be enough, eh? What do you think? I always find something else to stick in between the two things, because I just wanted you to know, or see how you can do this by using these bits and pieces. If you can't go and get the scrapbooking paper that's out there today, you know, you can go and find nice things anyway to make your journals out of, and you can get the things that the envelopes and recycle envelopes and things to put in there. That makes your tuck spots. So these just folded over here makes a really little good journaling spot for you. And I'm probably not in the shot here, so you're not going to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, now, so that's things. I'm afraid I'm going to have to do my tutorials here for a while, because it's too hot for me to go in my room. Way too hot. It's going to be like this for a few days. They said a week or more, but you know, it's not good, is it? When you, I suppose we all get different weather. You people over there in America and England, I don't know about England, I suppose you're all cold, aren't you? You know, you're all cold. We're cool when the air conditioning's going. It's all right now, though. You can still live in it, just, you know. And I know what I should have done. I should have folded one back the other way. So each page has got a nice little bit of a decoration on it, hasn't it? So you want to fold this really nicely. Not like me, just do it nicely. There you go. Put that one. And we're going to end up with a fair few pages here. Where's that other envelope? We don't want them both in the same place, alright? We want to spread them out a bit. It doesn't take long to fill it up with pages. So I'm going to have this one here. And then I need to find out what I'm going to use for a cover. But, so I've got 1, 2, 3, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that makes 4 9s. That's 30 something. Okay. I'm opening a mouthful of water, because now if I'm talking I do need a drink. Now I have these also. I wonder how big this is. This could probably be used as a cover for it. What do you reckon? Would it be big enough? Could be. This is a ticket, like a... You can use a little piece of card off a cereal box or something, just to make it a little bit stronger, and so I don't mind if there's these bits over the edge, because that was just sitting there, so that was a good thing, wasn't it, for me? So that's the book put together. Now, I suppose I should show you this with the what's the name? Oh, you know, the phone book, only I don't know where it is. Let me see. How can I do this then? I can do it, but I'll do it and talk to you about what you would do if you had the I've done it. I've showed you with the phone book. I have a video. You know what I'll do? I'll go and I'll put it up for you so you'll know how to do it, because some people find it really hard to do these things, you know, when they don't know how. So I want to put this together now, so I'm going to show you what I would do. Now I'm going to cheat, well, in a little way. I got my lines in here, okay, so I want to make sure, and I should have put a smaller page in there, and I will. Let me see. Well, see, if I put one of these in here, this is just a good size because it's the right size, and I'm going to put that in there, and I'm going to use that as a little, maybe a tuck spot or something, right? But I'm going to put it on the back of that one because I just am, you know, so I want to put that on the back. So maybe I will just leave that out for a second, because I'm not going to actually, I'll use that, I don't know where I got lost, because I was going to say to you, if you've got anything like this that's shorter than the rest of the stuff, you want to make sure that you've got it either at the top of where you want it to be, or the bottom of where you want it to be, okay, before you start to make the holes. I have gone and done all these the same, alright, so they're all the same size, so it's not going to be that hard to do this, so nothing should get away from me anyway, put it that way. Now this is up the right way. These are either there at the bottom as well. Let me see, is everything right? So look, that's going to be the bottom of my paper. So I'm going to turn that up like that so I can see that this is the top of my paper by that line. So there's a tuck spot down that way. So this is going to be the top here. And I'm going to write that, because otherwise I'm going to forget about it and it's not going to work for me at all. I had a whole heap of bios here a while ago. I moved them away because I didn't want them to leak on my work. I've got one here somewhere. Come here. This is the top of the top there, and I'll put another one on the back just to make sure. I don't have any pretty little pictures in here, but I tend to put some in there. So if you want to put any book pages in there that you've got pictures on, like I did with this one, you know, if you've got any little pages that you feel like you would like to put in, well, just do that, you know, okay, to use that as your for one of your pages, okay. So now I've got, if I put another page in there, though, there's more work to be done, so let's leave that at this now. Righto, so we're going to divide these up into sections, these lines, and the middle of it that I'm going to eyeball, that one would be my middle one, okay. So therefore I'm going to put a spot there. I don't need to, but I will, because I'll be able to see what I'm doing. And I'm going to come to the top and put one there as well, and go down to the bottom and put one here, because that looks to me like that's pretty close to the same distance between those two. Okay, I'm also now going to go and put one in the centre here, because I'm going to be putting all these strings through, right? Don't need to, but I want to. I want to put all them strings through, okay? So now that I've got it like that, I'm going to hold it up this way. Now, if you had your phone book, you would open your phone book up and you will put this into your phone book like that. And then you're going to take your pointy thing, which this one is a bit, I hope I put them both in the jar. I think I did. Give me a second, I'll get the other one. This one's a bit crooked. It's a little bit old. It's a little bit older. I got it a really long time ago at a garage sale, before I even started doing this sort of thing. So you can buy something and you never know what you might use it for one day. But I've got this one here that is really sharp, that I've got. I bought it on the internet and it only cost me $1. Free shipping. I had to wait a little while, but okay, that didn't matter. Right, now, and I've also gone and put 5 more into the trolley for me to shop. And if I couldn't find this, but I did. Okay, so I can take it out of this trolley now. So I can push this down into that hole. And I've got my fingers behind there. Probably wouldn't be a good idea. You've got to be careful and make that hole there, okay? Hang on to your paper. Don't let it go away. Sometimes people put clips on there. Sonia doesn't have one handy. I did have some little pegs. I didn't know what I did with them. So hold it still like this. Okay, so it will come out on your spine. Look, see? Right? Still hanging on. If you had a bigger book, you would definitely have to pin it because it will get away from you, right? Back to this one. Push it through. Watch you haven't got your fingers in the road. Turn it round to the end and do the same thing. Hold it up like that so it will come out on the spine. So all of them have come out on the spine, made a big hole, but I'll put a piece of fabric over the outside of this later. But all these little holes are obvious and therefore you can see them. And if you're only just learning, it's a good idea to make sure that you can actually see what you've got, because it doesn't get so frustrating if you can't see what you're doing. Okay? Can't see what you're doing, you get really frustrated. Now, I've actually got myself some pins here, needles, that I bought because I wanted to show you that this one here is a good one to use, and it is actually a crewel needle and it's very thick. Is it a crewel needle? Where did I put the packet that this was in? I think it is. Hang on a second. It might be a darning needle. Wait a minute. No, they're not that big. Now, hang on, nobody panic. It is actually a wool needle. Now in the packet, there's one that has got no point. It has got a point but it's not sharp. Okay? And this one has got a really good point on it. So you want to use the pointy one, I think, because that one's too fat and it's going to make your hole bigger. You don't want to make the hole too big, but you need it big enough that you can put your thread through there. Righto, that your thread will go through. Now, I'm going to use a piece of twine. No, I'm not. I've changed my mind on that because I don't want to... Just going to fish around in this jar and get out this piece of crochet thread, because that works just as good. This is pretty thick though, this one. Okay, hang on a second. I've probably got something better than that here. Just one sec till I find it. Okay, it's going to have to be on the bottom of where I'm looking, so just talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back in a minute. I'm not going really anywhere, I'm not leaving yet. Okay, go there now. Goes under the bottom. Of course it would have to be, wouldn't it? Oh dear, is that it? Yeah, it is. Got a few boxes down here with a few bits in them that I need to work with while I'm out here. Right, come back and look at me. I'm here now. What is that? Okay, right, now I'm coming in this box because I want to get out a piece of crochet thread. Now I've got some that I just take off the balls and wind onto here because I needed to have it just in case I need it, you know, while I'm away from where I'd find some. Okay, so I've got plenty of that there, haven't I? Now let me see. Got a bit more water. I've got no idea how long I've been doing this for. I'll make sure they don't go too far over the time because we don't want it to make 2 videos. Okay, so now I'm going to have a choice. Goodie, I've got this one here, green. I'm quite partial to green. I'm going to have this neutral colour. What do you reckon? Or the orange. And the orange. So this is crochet thread, so is this. It's a pearl cotton. That's the green one, it's a crochet thread. I do like the colours, so I'm going to go with the colour one. Put that back in that box in a minute, Sonia. otherwise you're not going to find a thing. Right, now, scissors would be the best idea to cut that with instead of this. So we're going to cut that. In theory, and in the perfect place, you would have done this first, okay? Would have threaded your thread first, so you wouldn't have to put that down. But you can actually do this really simple by pushing it through, or if you're not sure that you want to do that, you can actually, but you should be able to, look, because that should go straight through there like that now. See that? And it's coming out the other side, and it's not going to be crooked, and then this will come back straight through that back one, because we've got a good sized hole there. I mean, you know, we're only learning, so we're going to do it this way. Well, maybe I'm not, but it still looks good. It still looks good. And you can see it easy. See, when you get a bigger book, it's harder because you can't hang on to it and keep it all in the one place. And I'm just going backwards and forth through these things, through the holes, and it's just going straight through. And I'm picking up all my pages, and they're going at the same time. You just got to be, if you've got, now don't try to go, not to go through your thread, because if you do that, it'll get caught up and it won't pull through, and it'll go all wrong for you, and then you'll be a bit disheartened by it, okay? But don't be, because you've got to just keep trying. That's how it works. Now you come back to here, and I'll go underneath that, right, and I'm going to tie that off there. Okay, did you see what I did? I hope so. But if you need to go and look at how I use the phone book, or you can use any other fairly thick magazine type thing, because you need something. So I've got a good thing now. Look at that. And like I said, I'm going to cover that with fabric, so that's going to be perfectly fine. And the inside, I do like it, how it worked out really well. I might have those so they just hang down out of the book. Okay, I'm going to put this back here and put that back in there so I can put that in my jar. Righto, so there you go, you got that bit done. That was easy, wasn't it? Now, in the inside of it, I'm going to put some of this paper. I really do like this paper, because we're going to decorate it, eh? Let's decorate it. I don't really like that paper at all. I'm changing my mind. What can I put on the front page in there? You need something to put in on that. So you've got all these bits that you've got cut off the sides, because we did that. Now to sit this down so it'll be a good pocket. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah. So to sit that down, so it's going to be really gapey if I don't glue a bit of it. So I need to glue a bit of it down, okay? So now I'm going to find a bit of a glue stick. It's different for me, but I've decided that, and I've learnt a lot about this, which is a good thing, that the glue that I use may make things a little bit bulky, so I don't want to do that. I'm going to put my glue stick in there and wipe some glue in there. That should be enough, I think. Can't really, it's blue, but you can't, it doesn't turn out that way. Now that's better. Look, see, it holds that down, so you've got a good tuck spot there, alright? Now I want to go and find something to put on the front, and I think I'm going to put a pocket in here, in this bit. But I'm going to use something like this. So I'm going to go with the plain, maybe I'll go with the plain. Oh dear, that doesn't look too bad, does it? Now I bought some stickers, because they're not very expensive, and they will work really good for your decorations. Okay. I've got these only cost me $2. See, so that's not a very bad, it's not very expensive, so that's good. And so did the books, they cost me $2 in the paper thing. So if you bought one paper and one thing of envelopes and the thing of stickers, it's only going to cost you $6, and you can make yourself a little journal, see? And use the little bits and pieces that you've got at home, of course. So I'm going to have this for a tuck spot, I think. Not a strong thing, is it? It's not too bad, though. Not too bad. So we're going to cut that to fit on there. Okay, so I'm going to make a little mark on the wrong side, Sonia. We do it on the wrong side, so you don't have to worry that it's going to... So while I was buying them stickers, I got more than one. So I might use a different I was thinking I might use a different sort. I don't know. I might use the birds. So we're going to line this up here at the edge of the thing. So I didn't measure it. So I'm just gonna show you this in a minute. No, I might have come in too far. See here, this cutting thing, right? Now when you use those other ones, the trimmers, paper trimmers, your line is at the end of your mark, but so is this. But when you put that through there, you'd think it'd come to here for some reason. I kept thinking, but it doesn't. You've got to take it right to the edge of the blade, so it cuts there, curved edge of the blade, not back here, where for some reason I keep thinking that's where it comes to, because that's under that piece of plastic. You just got to move it over and measure it on this side, across this way, instead of, I don't know whether I was measuring it a different way with the other thing, but I've learned how to use this one, so it wasn't too hard, so that was good. Now, this is my piece of paper that I'm going to put in here. No, it isn't. Where's the other piece? And it's still on the thing. No? Where did that go? Here. Yeah, there it is. Right. Now, I'm going to put that in there, and that's going to make my tuck spot. I'm going to have to lift it up a little bit because this is cut off, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to have that cut off there. I have got a little tiny glue that I'm going to use now. Look, this is me being different. Instead of having glue running everywhere all the time, which I seem to have managed to do that a fair bit, I bought this. I've had this one for a while not used, and I've got this one that I have not used for a little while. It's one that has a tiny little end on it, and is so good that I've lost the pin out of the top of it. I know I had two of them. Don't say anything to anybody. Nobody judge me now. I'm going to put that down in there and see if I can make a little hole for the glue. Look at that, it worked really well. And make sure you clean your needle. Okay. Now I've also got this one, which is hopefully not dried up. And everything opens back to the front so you don't muck it up. Hang on, is there a hole in that one? Can't see very good. Let me see, I might just put this on something else to see how good it's working. Oh, it's still going. Yeah, very good. So this is a PVA glue. This is probably better. These take a lot longer to dry though, but they dry softer than what the other glues do. Or I might even come back to this end here. Wait a minute. This one here. Oh dear. Well, the top of that's still in this. Look. Wait a minute. Maybe I'm supposed to open it a different direction. Right. Come on. No. It's absolutely stuck up in there. Ah, that's really weird. Got my old pliers on there. Come on. Whoops. I got it. And it's got a little pad on the end. And it's all stuck up. But then push that back in there. Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing, dear. Sorry. So it's got a little feet. This part dried and that's why it got stuck. So pull that off there. Get it off. And save me glue, that's the way. Now, there's probably a stopper in there, and I should have probably had it in there. I don't know why I didn't. But see, this has got little teeth, and as the glue comes out, it scrapes it along what you're doing. Like so. Wait a minute, we'll have a look at this. Push, there we go, look at that. Yeah. It works too, very good. So it's still working. I might use this, actually. So I'm going to put some glue on the back of here. Not making a very big tuck spot, but you probably don't, there's too much coming out now, you probably don't want a big tuck spot because it's only a small thing, your book, and you don't want too much heavy stuff in it, I don't think. See, that should have been had a stopper in it, which I don't know where that is now, so It's not good of me to do that, but anyway, we're going to put this one in here. So that's going to be the pocket for the front. Okay. And when it dries, it'll be nice. Okay, it's nice anyway. Right, now, so the next page, I've already tucked that down, so it'll be good to put a tag in there on this one here. So I want to put a sticker first. So I'm going to get a bird, one of these birds out of there. A bird on the stick. That looks good. I like the ones, these are ones that just peel off on their own. They're not actually in a square. They come off on their own, and they sort of seem to go with this piece of paper, don't they? I'm going to use this one here. I'm going to put that up the top. And there, like so. So he's got a little bird there. And we're going to use a bit of flour for the page. And a little bit of a little bit of a twig on the page. There. Still got this tiny spot here where we can make a tag after to put in there, okay? So that's that little tiny bit there. Done. Well, you never know. We could come back later and do something else with it, right? So the tags you can make with using the boxes from your cereal boxes or whatever you have. You can use the back off a paper tag, which I've done that many times. I'm trying to find now something for that. Even old cards. Old cards have good pieces of these ones here. I bought these ones from the second-hand shop, and they've got, that's a nice tag thing, idea. We can have that. We can have this as a tag idea. Righto. I'm going to go with this. Yeah. Now, we need to cut this through so it's going to fit down in that hole. And I put that down in there, didn't I? So, if it's just that wide, it should fit. Well, I'm going to do the plain side, aren't I? Righto. Not too big, because it won't look good if it's too long. There we go. So it's got purple on the back. That's cool. And the size can be, I don't know, that. There we go. So there's one tag. We'll keep that one like it is. Right. So now I have these other bits here that I've got for cutting out my tag tops. That I was following what Amy does on her tutorials and made some tags too. Yeah, now I've lost them ones to follow. Right. I thought, like, you know, when you're getting things ready, you think you got everything, you know, but you probably don't sometimes. There's probably things you haven't thought to get ready. What did I do with them? I had it all here ready to go. Only thing I can show you is how to do this anyway. So if you've got, well, get a piece of card, there's a bits that I've put in here because I've collected up off of bits and pieces. So if you get a piece of card, that is actually a card. We'll find the right thing here in a minute. Is that a card too? Yep, maybe. Well, these will be alright for me tags. So what you need to do is put a, I'll get the scissors here, put this under here, move that across this way. Righto, now, we need to put a top piece on it, right? So I'm going to just cut what I think out of that, okay? And then I'm going to put that make sure you've got the top piece of your piece of paper, which is a wee bit crooked. Right, go straight now. And you put that level with the top piece of your paper, and this over here like so, and then you cut that piece up there like that. Then you turn that over, fix it so it's nice and in line, and make sure it's in line, and then you cut this piece here like so. Okay, so you've got a tag, and both things should be the same. And you know what, to me they don't look like they are. So I don't know what I've done wrong, but they just don't look like they're the same. Could be my eyesight. Could have bad eyesight this morning. Wait a minute, I'll look at this. Where's something to... Well, it isn't. Look at that. How did I do that? That was incredible, wasn't it, Sonia? You must have cut way too much off that. I'll turn this over this way, and I'll put that up there like that. I wonder why I did this. Oh dear. Okay. That's just not right, is it? How did this happen? Wait a minute. I'm going to see if my top line's straight. Make sure your top line's straight to start with. It probably isn't. Wait a minute now. Nobody panic. That could be right now. So now I'm going to cut this the size of the longest one of these, right? So I'm back to doing this here bit. But I'm going to cut this longest size here. Can't see, can you, with this colour on that colour? It's just not working. But that, and then I've got it. Okay, so now that one there's got to be. How did I manage to muck this up that bad? See there? It's got to be from there to there. Okay. Wait a minute. Got to move that back. Righto. Now we should be right. I probably turned over the wrong thing, you know. So now that is right. It's the same size right down both sides. Very good. Now let me see. I need a hole in that. That was a long drawn out piece. That was, wasn't it? You know what, but I might not do that yet, because actually I'm only going to put a sticker or something on there. Not real pleased with the outcome of that, but I'll fix that. So here you can use that for journaling on, and this side you can put something on, like a nice sticker or something, okay? Or a nice picture off your page. Here, we'll use this to glue on that and make the tag. It's going to be as hard as what I just did that other thing. I don't know if I'm going to avoid it or not. Let's see how we go. We're going to stick this on here now. We're going to have the purple. We're going to go with this bit. Okay. Rightio, now let's put that there. We'll cut that up there, make sure we straighten this off. And I'm nearly gone blind by the white stuff, because it's not helping me this being white like it is. Not helping you if you can't see it either, is it? I hope I don't have to take this video off, and I won't be very pleased, I can tell you now. So we're going to put this hole through where I had it before. Hopefully. Oh dear, I hope you've seen some of this, what I've been doing. So I've been holding it right up here in front of me. Come off there. Doesn't want to come off, and I'm going to stop pulling it. When it gets dry, it might come off there a bit better. Put the lid on the glue, Sonia. When it dries, it might work a bit better. So that's going to be the tag that's going to go in your first spot here. like so. And you put a little piece of string through that. Piece of string, piece of washi tape, piece of lace, whatever you want to put through there. I'm going to use a piece of this string that I used before to put the... Just have a piece of string, because on that, oh dear, on the piece of string you can... I might have to turn this off in a minute and come back and finish this, because it's not working as what I'd like it to. See, I'm just sort of thinking I might have went over the time on here. I'll have to go and see. I'll have to just finish this off and then I'll come back and do part 2, okay? So it doesn't muck it up, because sometimes I get 50 minutes and then 2 minutes on the end of that. That's no good to a person, is it? So that can go in there, like so, okay? Now I'll be back in a second, okay? I'll talk to you in a minute.